What's up, YouTube? It's your Pancake Wizard here, and today marks week 2 of the IBA VGC Season 1. So today we are going up against Kyogre, who has a pretty ruthless squad. Let me pull up the team he's using. So, Kyogre and his Lansing Leafeons drafted Thundurus Incarnate, Torkoal, Palossand, Sableye, Scrafty, Excelgor, Aromatisse, Lilligant, Kingler, Necrozma, Duskmane, and Venusaur as his Gmax. Now, I think his main thing is going to be the sun, getting the sun up with Gmax, Venusaur, and Torkoal. So, my lead has started out with Cinderace and Whimsicott. So, let's get into my team and why I chose each Pokemon and why I'm bringing each Mon specifically. We'll talk about it for a little bit, and then we'll get right into the battles. Also, timestamps below if you don't want to listen to me talk. Okay, so our team is comprised of 6 wonderful Pokemon. We have got Sparkles the Cinderace with, of course, its hidden ability, Libero, and the Expert Belt, so it do more damage with super effective moves. And I'm going to be running Pyro Ball, Sucker Punch, Protect, and High Jump Kick. This thing destroys Venusaur when the sun's up. So that's basically, I'm bringing this for Venusaur and Necrozma Duskmane because the Gmax Fireball doesn't check abilities. So Necrozma's ability is basically negated, and I can almost one-shot Necrozma, and I one-shot Venusaur. So, those being the 2 Pokemon I'm scared of the most besides the Kingler, I think I'm pretty good leading the game with Sparkles, with Whimsy coming back again with the same moveset as before, but this time with the Focus Sash. So we've got Prankster, of course. We're running Taunt, Protect, Tailwind, and Moonblast. The Pokemon that only scares me for Taunt is going to be his Sableye. If he does bring Sableye first, then I'm just going to drop the Tailwind as fast as possible because he's probably going to taunt me. Then we can Moonblast second turn. So the Focus Sash I learned in my battle with Salty would come in handy, especially against his Eruption Torkoal and all that stuff. Just having the Sash is going to basically make sure that I get up what I need, and I'm not going to be losing Whimsicott without needing to lose Whimsicott. And this leads me into my second core. My second core starts with, of course, Prodigy. If you guys watch my TikToks and everything, then you know Prodigy's a mainstay. So I drafted her in the league. We have Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Protect, and Stomping Tantrum. So I have a couple different sets. I was going to run Earthquake, but I thought that Stomping Tantrum could be better. And I'm running Motor Drive. You'll see the tech for Motor Drive here in a second whenever I show you Tut for this game. But Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Stomping Tantrum do a whopping damage to his team. So I'm super pumped to bring this. And then Stomping Tantrum will do double the damage if the move I used before it fails. So if I use Double Protect, it has a decent chance that Double Protect is going to fail. If it doesn't fail, I just Protect again and I can do it again. But if it does fail, then Stomping Tantrum will do a base 150 instead of 75. So the tech could come in handy. It all depends on if Prodigy can live. So that's the biggest thing. I'm running Life Orb too to get that little bit of a boost. And coupled with Prodigy is Tut. So Tut is going to be Assault Vested this week. He's going to be physically and specially defensive. He can really tank hits. I actually got into a battle just practicing against a Venusaur Torkoal core. And the KyogreKauai that I'm bringing with Tut basically walls Torkoal. So Eruption with full HP does a decent amount of damage to me, but whenever I Shadow Ball him for that first little bit and the health goes down, I basically wall him. So a Shadow Ball, I 3 KO a Torkoal with Shadow Ball with KyogreKauai. So that's the reason I'm bringing him is to wall the KyogreKauai and basically make his physical Pokemon not want to touch me. And I can just do chip damage over and over and over again. But the main tech is actually Shockwave. So Shockwave not only hits Kingler pretty hard on one of his physical walls, one of his physical sweepers. But I have energy balls too, which will be stronger. But Shockwave is actually going to pop my ability on Prodigy, which is Motor Drive. So every time I get hit with an electric type move, it bumps my speed up one stage. So if I have if I bring Prodigy and I bring Tut in the back, and then I have Tailwind up, I can probably get one Shockwave off. If I think that it's necessary, that way Prodigy will be that much faster. So that's the main tech with this. I'm not sure how well the core will work, but I wanted to give it a try in at least one battle, and I think it could come in handy. And that leads us into one of our mainstays that we brought against Salty. We've got Skeletor with the same moveset. We've got Dynamax Cannon, Sludge Bomb, Protect, and Flamethrower with the Black Sludge. This is kind of a Pokemon I'm going to be bringing in the back. He's going to be great for taking out like his Gigantamax or Dynamax Mons if for some reason he Dynamaxes later and I need to do a lot of damage. The only Pokemon that really walls is for Dynamax Cannon is Aromatisse, but for Aromatisse I can just use Sludge Bomb. So Eternatus does decent damage to a lot of his team, so I figured I would bring him with the Flamethrower. If he's in the sun, the sun boosted Flamethrower is going to be great. He's like a special. He hits really hard specially, so I think he's going to do great. And that rounding up the team, we have Mesprit. So Spirit this week is physically defensive with leftovers. So I've got Levitate, obviously, and I'm running Ice Punch, running Knock Off, I'm running Trick Room, and I'm running Protect. So I'm running Protect, obviously, for stalling reasons, if I need to stall the sun or if I need to stall anything. I'm running Trick Room because he has, with the Necrozma, Dustmane, and a couple other Pokemon, he has decent Trick Room. For like Kingler and Necrozma. It's not fantastic, but he has a lot of mons that could take advantage of Trick Room. So if he doesn't bring it game 1, I could see him bringing it game 2. So I want to bring a Pokemon that can counteract Trick Room if it happens to me game 1 and I do lose. I'm going to bring Mesprit in the back. That being said, I have Knock Off, which can literally hit everyone on his team, get rid of abilities. And then we have Ice Punch because it hits the Thundurus, it hits Palossand, it hits Lilligant, it hits Venusaur. And so I didn't see why not. Ice Punch seemed like the best move to bring. It was going to be that or Fire Punch. Fire Punch would have been good for the sun, but Ice Punch is good against more mons, so I decided to bring the Ice Punch. So that's my team for this week. That being said, I'm super pumped for this battle. I think Kyogre has one of the best teams in the draft. I think I picked a decent amount of mons for this team. I'm really excited for the Whimsicott Cinderace tech. I think it's going to be fantastic. And me being able to try it out last night against a random opponent who literally had the lead that I want. Excuse me. And for me to see it work out so well, I'm really pumped about it, and I like literally can't wait. I can't wait. I want to see what Monzi brings. I want to see if he's gonna start Sun. If he doesn't start Sun, the G-Max Fireball and the Whimsicott lead still comes, because then I can taunt the Necrozma Dustmane, so he can't set Trick Room, and then I can just G-Max Fireball him, and he's gonna do so much damage. He's not gonna want to stay in. So I'm super pumped about this. I'll meet you back here in a few minutes. For you, it's going to be a second whenever our battles start. I'm hoping that I can take the dub, get a 2-0 victory here. I'm not sure for weeks. I'm not sure how the ranking system goes, but I'm super pumped, and I can't wait to do this. So I'll be back in a second for you guys. I'll see you soon. All right, we're picking our party. It's now time for the first battle. We're going to see what Kyogre is bringing. Let's get this. Whew, I'm a little nervous, but it's okay. We got this. All right, let's get ready to type the Pokemons in. Wow. He didn't bring the sun at all. He didn't bring the sun at all. Okay, so he's going full Intimidate. Okay. All right, I'm not going to write this. I'm just going to take a picture on my phone because it'll be easier. All right, so Skeletor is free. I'm gonna honestly, here's what I'm doing. I kind of figured that the two users, the Necrozma scares me the most. Let's see. I'm bringing Tut, and do I bring Spirit the first battle? I think I'm gonna bring Spirit the first. No, I'm gonna bring Prodigy in the. Okay, so Prodigy. What's Excelgor's type? He's just bug. He's just bug. Okay, I'm not bringing Prodigy first battle. Let's just bring Skeletor for the flamethrower. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Here we go. All right. I think the Cinderace does well against like his whole team, and so does Whimsicott. So I'm really hoping for the best here. He went for like the full Trick Room set, so I'm really glad I took the Salty and I'm bringing the Mesprit with Trick Room, because even though I didn't bring Spirit game 1, I think it's gonna come in handy for game 2. All right, here we go. Here we go. So we're number 21 and 22. All right, does he lead Necrozma? No, he leads Palossand. Interesting. Oh, I know exactly what he's going for. I know exactly what he's going for. I'm actually going to... So so on his team currently, the only Pokemon that wants to take a G-Max Fireball, I'm actually not going to Dynamax yet. I'm going to straight up Pyroball Itachi, and then I'm going to taunt Hendrix, because he's going to go for Water Compaction. Now, if he switches into Sableye, that's a really good play. He went for the straight Dynamax. Okay. Interesting. I wasn't expecting the Excelgor Dynamax. Oh, he's going to Dynamax his Palossand. Oh, that's not good. That's not good for us. I think we might lose Cinderace here. Okay, so he's going for the Water Compaction. I saw that coming. He's gonna get plus weakness policy 2. Oh no. Wow, he went off on this team. I really wish I would have. I really wish I would have now. So he can't max guard anymore. We connect with the Pyro Ball. Okay, we take out Itachi. Itachi did his... The Excelgor did what he needed to do, so that's understandable. He's going to max Phantasm. Okay, Sparkles is down. That really sucks. That really sucks, but that's okay. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. We're going to go out into Skeletor. I'm saving Tut for the back for a reason. So we're going to go into Skeletor. And we're going to see what he's doing, what he's bringing. We're going to see what he's bringing. We're going to save the I should have just Gigantamax because I had to play. All right, he's going for the Intimidate. Okay, that makes sense. He's going to Fake Out. That's fine. Intimidate doesn't do anything to my team. I brought a hyper defensive team. He hasn't broken my Sash yet either. I think I'm going to go for the double protect and see what his plans are. Yeah, I'm going to go for the double protect. I'm going for the double protect to see what his plans are. He's going to Fake Out most likely. I want to get rid of the flinch. I want to quell any damage I might take. See if he switches out of the Scrafty or if he uses it this turn. Scrafty really doesn't want to take a Moonblast though, which is the big thing here. I wonder if he brought anything that can really withstand... I called that. Okay, I saw the Fake Out coming. Makes sense, makes sense. What's he do with... Okay, Max Quake. Interesting. He's going to go right into... we live this because of the Protect. The Protect saves our life. The Protect saves our life. 100%. He raises their special defense. That makes sense. So for Skeletor now, I am going to switch out actually. Do I switch out into Tut? Is that smart? Okay, wait, we're gonna calc something really fast. I don't think I have time. Okay. We're gonna go on to Tut. We're gonna save Skeletor because Whimsy's Sash still hasn't been broken. And I'm Moonblasting into Hoodlum. If he has Protect on Hoodlum, that's really good. But I'm not sure he's going to. Okay. Do we one-shot? No, he's bulky. Okay. Okay, we got the special attack. That doesn't even matter. Okay, he's gonna bring me down to my Sash. That's fine. Oh, that sucks, bro. That sucks. All right, I think we lost game 1. This is going to be really hard to come back on. This is going to be almost impossible to come back with. Ah, that sucks. That's actually terrible. All right, I'm gonna double protect again. No, I'm gonna Moonblast right into Hoodlum spot. I'm gonna Moonblast right into Hoodlum spot. Moonblast is gonna kill Hoodlum unless he has Protect. He withdraws. Okay, he's trying to save its life. And okay, he brought it. Okay, I saw that coming. All right, that's probably end of game, unless he didn't attack Whimsicott, which means this is just free damage for us. Free damage for us. Free damage. Okay, so I don't think we win, but because he's probably going to try and set the Trick Room. And Flamethrower's not going to do much at all. I think I have to go for the taunt. No, that's man, I doubled into Transformer. I didn't even think he'd run. That was a good play. He's going to take out Skeletor with the Earth Power. Unless I can live one. No, he's +1. There's no way. I should have brought Mesprit. I should have just brought the Mesprit. I can't. There's like literally no way I can win this one. Okay. All right. I misplayed turn 1. That was on me because I misplayed turn 1 by but I should have just Gigantamaxed Cinderace because I wouldn't have lost Cinderace that fast. So that's game 1 to Nick. I want to try and not get 2-0'd. So this next game I'm gonna work really, really hard to not get 2-0'd. All right. So my question to myself is, do I do the same lead? Do I run Sparkles? I think for myself, I think going the same lead is going to be great, and I'm just going to Gigantamax turn 1 instead of being an idiot. The thing about Whimsicott is it doesn't really hit the team that hard, so I might not even run Whimsicott. No, I'm actually not. I'm not bringing Whimsicott to this fight because it doesn't help me at all. So I'm actually going to lead into the battle with Sparkles and Spirit. Even though I can't taunt, it's a really good mon to bring with him. And then I'm going to bring Tut in the back. And do I bring Skeletor? Did he do a lot of work? I think bringing Prodigy could be really helpful, but I don't know to what degree. He does hit his team pretty hard. I think, okay, I'm bringing Prodigy this time. I'm bringing Prodigy in the back. I'm leaving Whimsicott and I'm leaving Eternatus. Okay. Okay, Whimsicott didn't do much for me in the last fight. We have to just get our game face on. We got this. We can do this. We're not going to get 2-0'd. No way. No way. Oh, perfect. We led, like, perfectly. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to knock off Transformer. I don't know what he's going to have. But we're going to max guard, I think. I think that's the best play for this turn 1 of our Gigantamax. He didn't bring, like, any of the Pokemon I was expecting, so I'm hoping that I can pull this game out. Because I know he's probably going to go for the Fake Out again. If he goes for it on Mesprit, I'll be really surprised. Wow, he went for the Fake Out on Mesprit. Wow, interesting. That's fine. Okay. I saw that coming. I saw that coming. Here is the fun tech. I'm gonna replay Trick Room. I'm gonna reset Trick Room. I have a minus speed Mesprit. So he should just be a little bit faster than Transformer. He probably wants to get Transformer out of here. That's probably what he wants to do. He probably wants to go into Palossand, or something in the back that's going to be able to take this, which is fine, because nothing really wants to eat a G-Max Fireball. But I don't know if he sees the Trick Room play coming. Which is where I have a little bit of an advantage. Ooh, all right. We can do this. We can turn this around. Interesting. He's gonna Dynamax. I know what he's doing now. He's gonna use Max Knuckle. He's going to use Max Knuckle, and he's going to raise... Okay, I saw that coming. You going to hit Mesprit? Holy nuts, dude! That's fine. This is actually, this is fine. Oh, is it? No, it should be okay. He's faster? Oh... Dude, I lost. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this out. I thought I ran he probably ran negative speed too. Oh, that sucks. That's terrible. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bring in Tut. I'm going to bring in Tut. I know he's running Protect on this guy. And both my Mons are physically... I'm going to Protect with Mesprit. I'm going to Protect. I know he's got the max guard play. Him killing my Cinderace really sucks. That's killer. That's killer. Oh my gosh. And he's dead. Wow, dude. I just got outplayed the whole game. That's on me. I literally... I got washed. I got washed. I got washed. I got washed. Oh man, that's super frustrating. That's super frustrating. Even at max. Oh, that's so frustrating. I don't win because I'm so physically weak. I don't win because I don't outspeed either of the Pokemon on his team now. I'm gonna try for the double protect. I know he's probably gonna go into Mesprit because he doesn't want me to reverse the Trick Room, but I gotta try. It's the only chance I got. He's just gonna wall me with these two Pokemon. And there's no way I live anything. There's no way I live anything from this thing. Man, that's frustrating. Oh, good game, Kyogre. You washed me. You washed me. Hey, me and Kyogre talked after the battle because I did really bad and we wanted to talk about it. So, here it is.
Yo.
Hello. How's it going?
Hey, good, man. How are you doing?
Ah, fantastic. Just got completely destroyed.
GG's, man.
Yeah, GG's. It was fun.
It was, yeah. No, I was really scared about the matchup, and you brought a really interesting team. The Eternatus is like, I think one of the best ways to stop that Palossand strat from the first game.
Oh, I know. I got him in too late.
Yeah, that was my one thing. I was like, all right, Palossand, I can buff my defense. Your team is very physical besides Eternatus and Whimsicott for the most part, and Mesprit. So I was like, okay, well, boosting my defense I knew was going to work, except Dynamax Cannon just ignores Dynamax. It ignores everything. It almost one-shots if you were Specs and stuff. So yeah, that definitely would have So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it game one. I was like, game one, I can risk and just test to see if the Palossand worked. And it did work for sure.
The thing that killed me the most was that game one, I was just I'm not going to Gigantamax yet. I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
And I was like, as soon as I didn't, I was like, why? I was like, Cinderace is the only mon I brought this battle to that I can comfortably Gigantamax. So why did I not just do it?
That was exactly what I thought too, because I was like, once Cinderace went down and you had Eternatus and Whimsicott, and then you brought out Cofagrigus, I was like, oh yeah, and then Cofagrigus on the Switch got KO'd. I was like, oh no, yeah, there's nothing really left to die. There was nothing really, and Whimsicott was at 1 from the Focus Sash. You had nothing. I was like, you had nothing to Dynamax.
Literally nothing. I basically made myself lose the battle by overthinking my plays.
Yeah, I mean, and that happens. That definitely happens. Yeah, and that Cinderace, because it does a lot of damage for sure, and then game two, I think you maybe were in your what were the max guard turn one? What were you scared of me doing turn one game two?
So the biggest thing was the fake out. I thought you were gonna fake out. I thought you were gonna fake out Cinderace, so I was just gonna protect, so I didn't get any damage off.
Wait, do you know that Dynamaxing blocks fake out anyway?
Oh no, I didn't know that actually.
That is a really good strategy for Gen 8 VGC because Dynamax Pokemon cannot flinch. So you actually could have just Dynamaxed and gone for Pyro Ball that turn.
Oh, that would have been pretty. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a lot. I think definitely would have been better because you wouldn't have been able to one-shot. That's specifically why I led the Intimidate on Scrafty next to the Necrozma, because I was like, all right, Cinderace can one-shot me if it's Life Orb Adamant, but not if it's at -1. So I could take one, but you would have like almost one-shot Necrozma, and then I would have got Trick Room up, but then you would have been a Fire type instead of a normal type. And as soon as you made yourself a normal type and I got Trick Room up, I was like, wait a minute, Scrafty is slower than Necrozma. I can max Knuckle. It was super effective. Got the attack boost, and yeah, that second game just snowballed after that first turn. But I can see dodging the fake out is key. But yeah, just Dynamaxing, going full offensive.
Oh, that's ridiculous! I didn't know that.
I mean, hey, I'm glad I was able to teach you that, because now you can definitely use that for the rest of the season and not have to worry about fake out if you just Dynamax a Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
I specifically brought Cinderace for Necrozma.
It's
because
it's a really
Fireball just like checks abilities. Like it just doesn't check abilities. So I was like, okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that it goes through that Necrozma's protective ability too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, this is great, and then I just didn't even get to use it once. Yeah. So I was like, okay, never mind. I was actually like planning for your Torkoal Venusaur lead, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that just because like I just didn't feel like it did that much, and I mean as against your team, just because you had so many things that do well against because you had Tailwind, because all you had to do to beat Torkoal Venusaur is like Tailwind plus Braviary or plus the other flying type Landorus T. Like if you just Tailwind next to that, then you're faster than Venusaur under Sun anyway, and you just couldn't do big damage. So I on paper, I was like, Venusaur Torkoal didn't look that great because of your speed control. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go with Trick Room. That was
did you run like a negative speed nature on Necrozma?
Yeah, it was min speed.
Okay.
0 IVs, 0 EVs, negative nature.
I did that with Mesprit too, so I could outspeed under Trick Room if you wanted to run like a super offensive fast. I was like, I don't know, I don't think he will, because if he wants to play this, he's gonna run Trick Room.
Yeah.
But just in case, I don't really need, because he's a physical. I played him as a physical wall. That game, so I was like, okay, with like knock off Ice Punch, because Ice does pretty decent against your team. But I didn't bring it. I wish I would have brought him game 1.
Yeah, Mesprit.
I almost brought Mesprit game 1 instead of Tut, and I was like, nah. And then I was like, why?
I honestly, I was kind of scared of Mesprit as like a Dynamax special attacker, honestly, because like, again, I was worried about threats to what would beat physically defensive Palossand. Yeah. I was like, oh, max overgrowth from a Dynamax Mesprit would probably, I didn't calc it, but I was like, that's probably something I should like consider. So but you ran it as like a support, and the Trick Room, being able to reverse the Trick Room was great, because honestly, if you would have reversed what you did with the Cinderace, like if you would have attacked turn 1 and then protected and
turn 2
and protected and reversed the Trick Room, that would have been like the ideal way to play that for sure. Because I doubled into Cinderace, and I probably would have doubled into Cinderace turn 2 when I had Trick Room up no matter what. So like, yeah, it was actually, that would have worked, because then we would have been out of Trick Room again. You would have already have done most of my HP to Necrozma turn 1 with the Pyro Ball. Yeah, so that definitely would have, you had the right mons, like you led the right thing, and then it just unfortunately the thought process wasn't perfect. But that's, I mean, hey, Pokemon is that kind of game where you just,
I know. And I've been out of competitive for so long.
Yeah, if you haven't played Gen 8 VGC, then you wouldn't know that Dynamax blocks being flinched, and you also can't be phased out by moves like Roar or Dragon Tail. The only way to forcibly switch out a Dynamax Pokemon is actually, we have 2 mons that can do it with Prankster. So like one strat people do is they'll do eject button Whimsicott or eject button Sableye, yeah, with the trick, and then you have bullet punch on Lucario and other priority moves. So you could trick eject button onto something and then bullet punch to just steal somebody's item and force them to switch out. Like that's honestly a strategy I'm considering doing.
Yeah, I'm like because I thought about that for this battle specifically. I was like I don't want to be too cheeky, but I was like, I probably should have just done it because it would have been so nice.
That if you would have like done that to like, because then you can also trick away things like weakness policies that are really dangerous. Like you could have tricked away the Palossand's weakness policy, forced me to switch out to like if that would have been exactly. So that's a good strat for sure. And I wanted the Intimidate, but like it's funny, we both have Intimidate and Defiant. So I was kind of worried of like, Braviary, will Braviary come out with Defiant?
Well, because I was gonna bring Landorus, and then I was looking at your team, and I was like, there's really nothing that Landorus. I mean, the only thing Landorus was like really good against was Necrozma, but with its ability, I was like, really. Yeah.
I think it's pretty good against Thundurus and Venusaur too, just because its flying is good against Venusaur, and the fact that it's an electric type immunity, which is kind of good against Thundurus.
I was afraid of bringing Kingler.
right. Oh yeah.
Because I was like, because I looked at the stats, I was like, holy crap.
Dude, that was purely just matchup based. Like, so what? Yeah. Thundurus just gave Kingler speed boosts week 1, and I just was like, and I had super good coverage against everything my week 1 opponent had with Kingler. So it was just Kingler's having a field day. So
God. Yeah, I definitely just didn't plan well enough for your team.
That's definitely hard, and that's a huge thing. West and I actually have been team building together. Him and I built both of our teams this week. We sat down and built them. So I'm definitely down to help if you ever want. If you don't have someone who like can help you bounce ideas off of, like, and if you wanted to like hop in a call and help build your team for any other weeks, like, I love team building and I think it's a lot of fun. So it definitely, having a second opinion to like come up with ideas and look at matchups is like, I think it's pretty helpful. Because when I'm by myself, it's just like, where do I start? What do I do? So
because like I've been talking to Salty a little bit, but like Salty doesn't know a lot about VGC.
No, he doesn't know next to anything about
so
VGC.
like I'm like bouncing ideas off of him, and like he's like, and he's like, we're talking about move sets and things you can have, and I was like, this is great. Like I like talking to Salty about the Pokemon. I was like, but from a singles mindset to VGC specifically is completely different. So I'm like, I'm trying to like use the things he's saying. I'm like, how does this apply to my team and actually fighting VGC? It was tough. The Pokemon I wish I wouldn't have brought after bringing it was Cofagrigus. The reason I brought Cofagrigus was for the Torkoal actually, because if you ran like Eruption, like the Cofagrigus would just wall.
It's pretty bulky,
Especially because I ran Assault Vest this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I ran
actually more
Assault
worried
Vest.
about the support side of Cofagrigus, and like, because like you could like Willow, like under Trick Room, you would have been like really, really slow with that thing, and
exactly.
So I was kind of worried like that if I was like that was the one thing when I was contemplating going for Trick Room, I was like, if Cofagrigus has like Will-O-Wisp and then could just shut down my Necrozma after I set up Trick Room and stuff like that. But
that was like the biggest thing.
That's like, just meant to shut down Torkoal, like you said.
Exactly. Because it was like, because last week against Salty, I brought Cofagrigus with Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Protect, and Willow with lefties, and I was like, because I almost brought the exact same Cofagrigus this week, and I was like, well, no. So one of my strats was to use a Motor Drive for Electivire, and because Cofagrigus gets Shockwave. So if you didn't bring Trick Room, I was really gonna take advantage of it. But then you brought Trick Room, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to use this. So I was like, and I was like, second game, I was like, I shouldn't have clicked Electivire for the second game because Electivire, it's not a bad Pokemon, but like under Trick Room, it just got shut down by
Electivire, I mean, was good, again, a good thing to like block electric type attacks, and can be a pretty decent mon, but
I think next time I run Electivire, I'm just gonna choice Scarf it because I need the speed.
Yeah, I think personally, I think speed control is like one of the most important components of VGC.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like you have a really fast team with Tailwind, so like if you can I feel like your team is like really good at like Dynamaxing and just like doing as much damage, like some of your team is like Landorus and Cinderace, and like you could just like Tailwind and like Eternatus and do tons of damage. Or like if you're worried about Trick Room, it is nice that you have taunt, like you can like taunt stuff too with Whimsicott and stop the Trick Room that way. So
exactly.
Yeah, you definitely have. Oh, and like I was like, one strategy I was really considering is I imagine you drafted the Whimsicott and the Lucario because of beat up and Justified.
Yeah,
okay. I was like, hopefully you know about the. Hopefully you know about that's been around for a long time. So
yeah, that was the main reason why. No, it's not the main reason. I wanted Whimsicott because it's my favorite prankster user. But
Whimsicott's so good. You can slap it. You can put it on any team, and it's great.
It's so good. And then I was looking at who I could draft next, and I was like, okay, I'm sure you probably remember whenever the game first came out, like the first like really big team, that Wolfie Click made, with the Braviary, the Lucario, the Whimsicott, and I was like, okay, I haven't played in a while, but I feel like this is still going to be a decent core in a draft, so that's what I went for.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, because you have like people. I feel like Whimsicott Lucario is such a dangerous lead because people could like have to guess: are you gonna Dynamax Lucario and go for beat up on Whimsicott, or if you think they're gonna Dynamax, you could run eject button Whimsicott and just do the trick and the switcheroo eject button, and so people would have to play mind games of whether or not you're gonna Dynamax or because if you're going to Dynamax, they probably want to Dynamax too and like try to knock out Lucario as quickly as possible. So you can take advantage of that prediction and just switch them out and make them waste their entire Dynamax. So I think that's a nasty combination. I think it's really good. Yeah, you have
the thing that makes me upset is that I built out 2 teams for this week.
Yeah.
The first team that I built out was the one that I brought. And the second team I built out was one with Lucario on it.
Okay.
And I was bouncing back and forth, and I was like, okay, because it was either I wanted to bring Lucario or I wanted to bring Cinderace, because I didn't want to bring too many offensive mons, because I was like, your team's super bulky. It was like, so if I can't one shot you, my whole team basically gets one shot by your bulky mons, because I have so many glass cannons. So I'm like, okay. I was like, how do I get around this? So I picked Cinderace instead, and I'm just like punching myself, because if I would have ran Lucario instead, it would have been completely different.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have a lot of, and that's what I think your team is like. It would be hard for me to build with your team just because you do have so many options. Like, but that's good to have in a draft league, because you want to be unpredictable. Orbeetle's really good too. I love like just setting up screens with Orbeetle, because Orbeetle's so bulky already and it's fast. So it's like a fast way to get up Light Screen and Reflect, and you can and then like just sit there and take
just click buttons.
And then the rest of your team, it's good to like give a little bit more frail mon some defense too.
I really wish Orbeetle got Follow Me, but it doesn't.
Oh, that would be good. I think it might get Ally Switch, which could work.
It does. Not
as good, but still helpful.
No, so I'm like, for like next week, I'm like, I'm really gonna be sitting down and like spending a lot of time, because West's team is also very scary for Trick Room.
Oh yeah. And he's gonna ask me to help him build against you, so I know. Oh gosh. Well.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah, he's got a scary team for sure. That definitely has a lot of Trick Room elements and other. Him and I battled the last week of the draft of the league.
Oh god.
That's gonna be a fun showdown at the end.
I'm hoping that I can turn it around and do pretty good this season. I think the more I play, the more I'll get in my mindset, and it'll be fun. Definitely.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you always get better the more you do it, and especially in a draft league. And every week's so different, because every opponent is like so different in skill level too. So But yeah, I always just start by looking at my opponent's team. I was like, all right, what's the biggest, like, what's my biggest weakness? And then I'm like, and then I just I work backwards and like, I'll just patch the weaknesses, and then that's kind of, and that's how my brain works. But GG's again, man. It was fun. I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
Hope you can. I hope you have a good rest of your season as well, man. For sure. I'll be rooting.
Oh, it's gonna
for
be a blast. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Awesome, man. I'll catch you later. Have a good
Sounds
one.
good. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye. Well, it's been over a week since I actually recorded that video. I already recorded our week 3 battle, and I just wanted to kind of combine my thoughts. I didn't like the original outro because I was a little bit salty from losing, so I wanted to re-record it and say, like, if I sound a little frustrated, I just didn't get enough time to really prepare for that week against Kyogre for this week's video. So it kind of stinks. Things happen, though. You got to take losses to learn. Kyogre taught me a lot. Our talk was super nice. We got the team build for week 3, so if you're excited for that, make sure you hit the like button. Next week, we go up against West, so I hope you're excited. W3S7, he's currently, I believe, at the time of recording this, 2-0. So if you want to show everybody love, down below, Kyogre's links are going to be at the top, and then every other coach is going to be below it. So make sure you go show everyone love and support on their videos. It gives you more Draft League content if you like this, and they're all kind of becoming friends of mine, so it's really nice to be able to support each other and just have some fun. So I hope you enjoyed the battles. I did get washed, but I did have a good time with Kyogre. The talk at the end was really nice, and I had a decent time battling. I learned a lot about myself and kind of how I need to slow down, make more decisions, calc a little bit more, do a little bit more in the battles, and not just play in my head, because it doesn't always work out very well. And kind of getting my Pokemon ready for the battle, thinking about things like switch-ins and things of that nature. This is the final week that you will see a couple Pokemon. I did do some free agent swaps as well that you'll see next week, so I hope you're excited. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week, I guess. Probably there might be some more content dropping this week on YouTube this coming week, so just keep your eyes out for more stuff for me, and I will see you back here later. Make sure you go check out Kyogre's version of the battle, because I'm sure it's probably more enjoyable to watch than mine. So I'll see you guys back here next Saturday for more IBA content from your boy Pancake. Bye.